Okay, I want to prime the fuel system on this motor. Now you can see there's a big height difference and a big fucking run. So when this sits for a long time, you can lose your fuel prime, and it takes a while to start it. And this is a Cummins. In my experience, Cummins can pick up prime and start. You know, they just crank a while. Other motors don't do so well, but I don't want it to crank forever. And so I did install fuel primer on this, because in these applications where the motor sits above the deck and tank sits down below, when you change the fuel filters, sometimes they won't prime up, or if you run out of fuel, it won't prime up. So here, usually I do it on the fuel filter like Series 60s, but here I just did it in the line, and then there's no check in the fuel line, so I had a valve here, and this is just the suction line. This is just temporary lines, by the way. I'm changing the tank, but so I do put a valve here so I can shut it off so the fuel goes forward, and that's just the air valve, and that's just a T, air fitting in a valve. And this tank, which is made in 1954, which is just nuts, used to have a check right here, but it's so small and the power difference is pretty big. I took it out, and if the motor sits like a week, it'll start right up, but longer than that, it doesn't do okay. So just came around here to that. So what you do is you get you any kind of clicky clacky right here. This is off of Super Duty, and you have to, this is a return line, you have to kind of go. So you can use just like a 5-gallon jug, but depending on how long you leave the thing on for, if you're like really trying to purge the system. So you just put your hose in there, your suction hose in there, and then on your output you get you just a metal air fitting. And so when you trying to prime this system up, you just put it in there and hook her up. And this thing's already been primed because I just been leaving it here. But you just let this run for a while, get all the air out of it. And it changed tone, so I wonder if we're sucking air, but I don't think it'll still be pumping. Yep, we're sucking air. Let's get this. Oh, let's turn you off. I need a switch and like a meter and everything. So this tank is very low because, well, I'm changing the tank. So, okay, come on, baby. Oh, now it picked up. Come on. What's nice about this setup is it does have a filter in there, like a 30 micron or something. So you just wait, get all the air out of it. Come on, baby. Close enough. Just turn it back off. That's a battery from a breakaway kit for a trailer. Apparently the trailer doesn't need a breakaway kit. Come over here. Plug it in, and then what I do is I flip this, and then I just turn it on, and it'll immediately purge that line back to the tank with clean fuel, and then I close that up because there's no check. If you ever get a check, you don't have to worry about it. And now you just wait, and what you'll see will happen is you'll see this pump will load up when it primes the system, and then you'll hear it come back in here. I'll stick my head over there. Yep. Just heard it come through. So then what I do, I open that up because the line's primed. We just need to make sure it stays primed. So, and I gotta, my control drains the battery, so I I have been unhooking the control. Hopefully these batteries aren't drained. It has been about a month. Let's turn on the controller. Yeah, I'm fixing that window soon. Let's see how much battery we got. We're pretty damn low. What does that say? 11 volts. See if the controller can start it. Oh boy. Let's try this then. Yeah, we're gonna need a jumper. While that's charging here for a minute, so what I would like to try, so this has got a heater port, and I'm sure it puts out fuck all. But what you can do, okay, you know, let's say it's like 0 degrees, you know, that treated fuel is, you take a 5-gallon bucket of diesel, and you put some 911 in it or whatever, and you heat it up, put it in the ground here, you put this thing through here, and you just go with the fuel until you get a good, really good return, and I bet you it'll fire it up. So I'm pretty happy with Cummins, these N14s, L10s, and 11s. I actually got a L10 right there, which is pretty great, my spare motor. So I've had really good luck with them. You just treat them, they'll start, but you know, every once in a while you get caught unaware or something like that. So it's only been a few minutes. Let's see if it's got enough. Because now we're showing, is that 14, 13, 14, 13? Not too bad. Oh boy. It's gonna need about 10 minutes. I'll try one more time with this, with the remote starter. No. Oh, about killed the truck. So I'm gonna unhook my fuel primer so I don't run the battery out, and I'm gonna give this about 10 minutes. We'll try again. All right, I cheated a bit. I hit the remote button, make sure she'll crank. But yeah, I do need him. I think I'm gonna take a post here, get a custom grill made, you know, keep from the birds and hail out. And I think I'm gonna go down a little bit there, you know, at an angle like that, because this, none of it's used. That's used when you're stuck or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go down at an angle. I think I'm gonna put these lights right here at an angle so you can see them from this way in the front. I think I'm gonna put this lights, I don't know, maybe I'll put this light here and then that light here at an angle, so I'll have to get a plate made in the front. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then I'm also going to probably remove that, cut that off, and mount it over here up higher so you can see it from the cab a little better. But anyways, let's reprime this here. Listening for it. Yep, I hear it now. So it did drop a bit. So let me open that up. But yeah, so the line should be full, not just keep it open so it gets all the fuel it needs. I'm not sure if this will give enough fuel with a small line like that. I think if I had someone design a different head with better fittings, I could use this as a lift pump, because it does do 325 horsepower stock, and this is a 330 horsepower motor. So, but I am going to lift pump this someday when I get the money. Alrighty, so it does crank for a second. Let's see if it'll crank all the way. Oh yeah, beautiful. Let's unhook the jumpers. see if the alternator's charging. Alternator's charging. So now all you gotta do, you turn this off and you shut the valve and you unhook it. It's gonna leak a little diesel out when you unhook it. I just come over here and do this. So this thing's old. It is a 1965, and this jack leaks down. So once it airs up, we gotta pick that jack up. There's the new fuel tank. I picked up some saddles. I got plenty of straps, and the pieces that go right here. There's a hole in the frame right here, and there's a little T-bolt kind of thing, and I gotta find them. I had 2 of them, and I don't know what I did with them. You know, I got piles of stuff everywhere here. But that's why this baby's got to go, is because this is all get cleaned up. It just got, when my back was hurt, I just threw shit. So I'm gonna let it get aired up. It does take a while to get the first air up going, and then I'll show you how to turn hydraulics on a converter driven PTO, and we'll get that leg up and we'll get going, get her to the shop. Alrighty, got her started. Pretty low. Oh shit! Pretty low on the transmission fluid, but we'll be fine. Add a quart of ATF because it leaks. I mean, it doesn't matter how old or new, everything leaks on these things. Once you fix the leak, another one pops up. So now we're gonna do that jack, and I need to get the hydraulics turned on. Oh, you hear that? It's grinding. I left that on. That's why I have that, one of the reasons I have that switch there. Now there's air leaks down the road. So this is converter driven PTO, and you need to stop the converter to turn the hydraulics on. Do that by putting it in gear. Now we're in gear. It'd be nice, you never need to run it from the cab, but if you did, it'd be nice to have cab control. Now you come on, and then we'll put, it's shifted, but converter's got to go. Now we go back to neutral. And now we're back to neutral. God, that air scared the shit out of me. So normally when you do this, you don't have power to your rear wheels. So it's a lot easier to do this. And what you do is you put it in gear, you kick the clutch in, and you press the brake, and the drum will stop the transmission, and you flip it and then you kick the clutch out, and there you go. But anyways, so now we got power here. Which one is it? I think it's the other one. Yeah, it's the other one. So alrighty, now we need to figure out an easy way to tie this up so it doesn't fall again. I'm sick of doing this. So I broke this ratchet strap. I put too much into it. So, but I wonder if we could just come around here and come back to itself, up to the jack. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty handy. So normally when you're running this thing every day, you don't have to worry about that. It might fall like a half an inch or overnight or whatever. It takes a while. So is this one up all the way? Yeah, it is. So all I gotta do is shut the toolbox, and I think we're ready to roll. Also, this is a gas tank or a solvent tank for cleaning tools, and you just open the valve and get your fuel. And the thing is, it's dangerous to have, because you gotta do any welding, it sucks. Unless you have solvent. Solvent's expensive. You just use gas, so I'm going to axe that too. I'm either going to make a bigger basket and put a toolbox here or something, I don't know, because toolbox can't go here with that thing. And I need that to get up there because you got to access those boomers. But let's move this down the road. Didn't even get the thing warm. Oh, I forgot to check coolant. I think I'm low on coolant too because it used to leak right there. Oh well. It's coming. She'll run. Alright, let's turn off the display. And let's get out of this suicide cab. There we go. Climb up that tire is fun. And then, since I don't have a disconnect yet, let's do the disconnect. There we go. All right. And hopefully she ain't in their spot too long. I'm gonna clean up my backyard, then I might move it back in there. So running quite low in air. That's what happens in automatic and you back up. So. But yeah, we'll get this thing fixed up and hopefully out for service, making money again. I'll see you guys on the next one.